What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to do a stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and we're going to take a look at Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So she was on the House floor on Friday, and she had a pretty good message. Now, I don't care if you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, just listen to what she has to say, because I think people who are watching my channel, you guys are watching because you want to know more information about stimulus checks, the stimulus package. And I think she brought up some good information when it comes down to it. I'm not going to show the whole clip. I will post a link in the description so you guys can check it out. But I want to play at least about 3 minutes of it, and then we're going to talk about it on the other end. But first off, you guys could do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out videos. We do daily videos and live streams on the weekends. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the video. So let's get it going here.
We are here convening in Washington. And just a day or two ago, the Senate Majority Leader, Senator McConnell, decided to break the Senate. And he broke the Senate as there are thousands of people in Texas lined up for food lines. He broke the Senate while hospitals no longer have beds to house the sick. He broke the Senate and dismissed the Senate while 30 million Americans are on the brink of eviction. He dismissed the Senate when every single day, when we go back to our communities, people are asking us, where is there going to be help? Is there going to be a second stimulus check? Are we going to get the resources that we need? He broke the Senate. And in breaking the Senate, we are abandoning our people. Thanksgiving is around the corner, and there are millions of Americans that won't be able to afford a meal to eat, that don't know if they'll be kicked out of their home, that are unsure if they're going to have to quit their job to care for their child. And we are having entire bodies, and the Senate prides itself as one of the most deliberative bodies. They abandon them. This uncertainty in food reflects food hardship across the country. 5.6 million households with children struggling to put enough food on the table in the last 7 days. Landlords filed at least 43,500 evictions in 17 major cities from March until September. An estimated 13.4 million adults living in rental housing today. Nearly 1 in 5 renters were not caught up on rent. Small businesses don't know if they are going to survive or exist in a month, in a week, in January. We cannot afford to wait for a new administration or another election or a political state of play. We need to get people help now, and the Senate broke. They broke. We are supposed to be here to work for everyday people. We are not supposed to be here to work for political donors or political favors or the powerful. We are here to serve the people who are most vulnerable all the way up to the top. But we start with the people most in need. Our country is going hungry. On the week before Thanksgiving, and the Senate broke. I don't care what party you are. It is an abandonment of our responsibilities as elected officials who are charged with acting in the public trust.
All right, so pretty powerful. I mean, you have to admit, when it comes down to it, she had a lot of things to say when it comes to how we're handling this whole situation. And I'm in a unique position because I put out these stimulus check videos, and so I get responses from people all over the US, and they let me know how they're doing. And they're telling me that they can't pay rent, They're telling me they can't pay their mortgage, that they're starving, that they can't buy food. And I know I'm not the only one. I know these politicians are getting the same, they should be getting the same message from their constituents. But they're not doing anything about it. And that's what gets me. And the key point to think about is, and she was talking about the Senate. We can talk about Congress as a whole, okay, because they're both going on breaks. So let's make that clear. However, when you're looking at the Senate, because the Senate did break a little early, I think they broke on Thursday. But when it comes down to this whole situation, and a lot of the holdup right now is in the Senate, because you have senators that don't want another stimulus package at all. Or if they do want a stimulus package, it's something that's going to be small, $500 billion. It's not going to include stimulus checks. It's not going to include a lot of things that people really need right now. And so when you're looking at these politicians are going on break, going home right before Thanksgiving when you have people starving. And you don't have to look far. Just turn on your television and see a food bank line. You have these lines, people waiting hours and hours just to get food. People who've never waited in a food bank line before in their lives. And they're now waiting in these food bank lines because they're out of work and they're in a situation they've never been in before. And so, I mean, it is amazing to me how we pay taxes for security, and we're in a pandemic right now, and we're not feeling secure. Our government is not protecting us. And I mean, every time I see this stuff, like every time I put out a video, I get messages about how people are struggling. And it just, I don't even know what to say anymore. It's so frustrating when you look at politicians just not doing anything, not even talking to each other about how to move forward. I mean, sure, we heard Chuck Schumer say, yeah, you know what, we're going to start talking. Mitch McConnell and I are going to start talking about a stimulus package. Why didn't you talk about it last week? All last week you could have talked about it, but you didn't. I don't understand it. We're going into the holidays right now. We have Thanksgiving, we're going to have Christmas, we're going to have New Year's, and we have politicians that aren't even talking. This should be priority one. We're in a pandemic. We're in a crisis. Priority one is talking now, negotiating now for a stimulus package for the people now. Not saying, oh yeah, you know what, I'm going to have the staffers, they're going to talk first and then we'll come together maybe in the future. No, this stuff should be happening as soon as you get back. You were on recess, you just got back on Monday, spent the whole week doing nothing. This would not be allowed in any job in America. Could you imagine people just coming to work and not doing anything? Not getting anything done during a time where there's a crisis. Could you imagine? Something needs to get done. Let's say you have a business and something needs to get done, and you have people that are just coming in, punching the clock, but they're not doing anything. And then they're saying, "Up, time's up. I got to go home. I got to get ready for Thanksgiving." This would never happen in any job in America, but we are allowing it to happen. And I say we because we are the employer. Sure, we just had an election. There will be some changes. That's good. We'll have to see where that goes. Let's see if it works, to our benefit when it comes to another stimulus package and all that. But we did re-elect some of the same people. Mitch McConnell, he's still there. He got reelected. Now, will he be the majority leader? That's still open. Georgia's going to have to decide that. However, right now, Mitch McConnell is still the leader, and he's still pushing for a small, skinny stimulus bill. He's still probably not going to want to do stimulus checks to help the American people in this time of need during the holidays. It's just amazing to me. And I know I have people say you should write a letter and send it to Congress. You know what? I do videos. Share my message. You can share this video out to other people, and some politicians might get a hold of it. But it's just amazing to me how out of touch our politicians are when it comes to the American people. I don't even know what to say anymore. And I went in this thinking, okay, I can help people. And the first stimulus package, when it was passed, I was talking about it right after that. And it was good because people had questions. I was providing them information as far as when they're going to get stimulus checks and enhanced unemployment and all that. And then we get to June and I'm thinking, okay, you know what, June, we're probably going to see something else, another stimulus package. Nothing happens in June, nothing happens in July, nothing happens in August, nothing happens in September, October, the election, November. Now we're going into December and nothing. Now they're talking about creating another stimulus package, which, you know what, it would probably be good at this point because you have people that if they hear the HEROES Act, oh, no, we don't want the HEROES Act. If they hear skinny bill, oh, no, we don't want skinny bill. So maybe we should create something else together, a different name, and try to go that route. But I don't know what to say anymore. I mean, you do have some politicians, some Congress people that they've been outspoken about it. We need to move. We need to move forward with another stimulus package. But then you have others that don't want to do anything, or they're just playing games on both sides, Democrats and Republicans. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see where it goes. They're not coming back until after Thanksgiving. So we're going to be well into December now when we're looking at another sit down, I guess, or a sit down. Because remember, Mitch McConnell has not been involved in the negotiations at all as far as sitting in the room or being on a phone call with the other side. He has not played that role at all this whole time. So we'll see what happens when they will get together and start talking about things. And if you guys watch my videos, you know how I feel about this whole thing. I want something done before the end of the year, but just looking at the way politicians have been acting in the last 5-6 months, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. But I will continue to keep you guys up to date when it comes down to it. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Because part of the story, and I said this in a video I put out a couple of days ago, part of the story about this whole stimulus package and stimulus checks and all this talk and these updates, a big part of the story is the fact that Congress is not doing anything. That's a big part of it. Because we're going to look back 5 years, 10 years from now, and we're going to say, wow, our government just didn't do anything for 6-7 months? They just let the people starve. They just let people lose their jobs and there was no assistance or anything at all. And these are taxpayers that are not being helped in a time of need. We're going to learn a lot from this, but it might take years before we realize how bad things really were and how we need to change things and get things on track a lot faster. Like we shouldn't even be having these debates. There shouldn't be any stonewall when it comes to helping the American people. The American people are paying for this. They pay taxes. So when it comes down to this whole situation, you have politicians saying, oh, we don't want to spend the money. Well, guess what? It's not your money. It's the people's money. So I want to know what you guys think about this. So let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.